everybody! Welcome to the messy bench. A couple of different things going on. I do need to clean things up. My 30 caliber bullets over there have gotten out of hand. I picked up 4 boxes of Spear 165s for a 3006 project that's coming up. I picked up 4 boxes of 150 grain gold dots for the same reason. Probably not the 3006, but I've got this 30 Herrett and I've got the 300 hammer, as well as the 300 blackouts, multiple, and a couple of 3030s that could use the bullet as well. I really would like to hunt with that Savage 24 I have in 3030. Just pretty much to say I did, because I never have. That was the first V that I ever owned, and I don't believe it's ever been in the woods, so I really should rectify that. Anyway, that's not what the video is about. I just you know how I can get off on a topic. So what this topic is about is more 30 Herrett. So if you watched the last video, you watched us neck turn a batch of cases. Those were the cases that were back about 4 videos ago, were fire formed correctly for the chamber so that the shoulder was contacting at the same time as the rim. So our headspace is off the shoulder as well as the rim at the same time. That is what I found to be best in the past. It's what is recommended by a number of people loading this cartridge. It seems to work best. There's the least amount of brass movement, and anytime you can minimize something for movement, you're generally going to get a better, more stable, accurate result. So that's the thinking. Besides, if you keep pushing your shoulder back too far and blowing it forward, you're going to thin your case at the web, and you're going to cause failures of your brass prematurely. So that's not ideal either. It's not really a headspace problem, but it kind of is a self-produced headspace problem. Not dangerous or anything, just you pay the price with inaccuracy and poor case life. So something to think about. Wintertime here, I just put on a little chapstick, so that's my pause. Anyway, what we're going to do here, I've got, I don't know, about 20 cases in the front right over there, primed up. The back ones are unprimed, so we're not going to do anything with those. We're just going to do a test load. And instead of doing a ladder, I've read so much about this load, I'm just going to go with this load and just try, 10, 15, 20 pieces here. We're going to use a different bullet. Now, I really like this bullet for the blackout and for hunting. And for the velocity we're at, it's going to be a little bit slower than the blackout because we haven't worked up a load. You don't pick a top load and go with it. This is a lighter load, but it's only a couple of 100 feet per second behind it. And my experience, FTX bullets expand pretty easy and pretty low velocity. So I'm not too worried about this one. The velocity should come in around 1800 from a 10-inch barrel, 1780, I'm thinking that range, but we'll see when we chrono it. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. We'll see. We'll see what I have for a barrel. I don't really know because we haven't done any velocity testing with a chronograph. We've only fired lead moderate to light loads to form the shoulders out and get a proper headspace. So we're going to use a 135 FTX bullet, which is designed for the blackout. But again, the 30 Herrett slightly betters, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. It's It only slightly improves on the ballistics of the blackout. So basically it's the same. 100 feet per second or so better with top loads if you want to push things. Now, pushing things with a contender is not a good idea because you can get some frame stretch and you can ruin your frame and have other issues. So you're better off, backing off. And if you need more velocity energy, use a bigger caliber. So that's the mantra I go by with pretty much all of my stuff. I don't like pushing things. So I'll take accuracy over velocity, every day of the week and twice on Sunday. So that's my thinking here. So I got 3 of them loaded. I'm just going to put you in speedy mode. This is not complete loading. This brass is fully prepped. All you're seeing me do is seat bullets basically. So this is not a tutorial on how to load. This doesn't show you anything. Just taking you along for the ride as I seat some bullets. So here we go. We'll talk about it some more when I come back after the speedy mode. Apologize, I will be in your way partially. I'm going to adjust the camera so you can see a little better, and I'll probably zoom it in a little bit so you just see the press stroke and my hands going in and out of the press, seating bullets and such. So stand by, we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit and close out the video. And there's the final seat. Final one. Good looking little cartridge. Certainly a fun one to shoot. Very light recoil. It's not hard at all in the hand. 10-inch barrel. Let me pull a barrel out here. We'll drop a couple of these in. Okay, here's our barrel. 10-inch Thompson Center factory, Rochester, New Hampshire barrel. This is an early one. You can tell the early contender barrels because they were soldered on front sights. You see this skeletonized front portion and no screws. That's how you can tell that's an early barrel. And Rochester, New Hampshire, Thompson Center contender. And you can just read Herrett. 30 is covered up by the base. And I don't know whose base that is. It doesn't have any markings on it. But it's a dual dovetail steel solid base. And those are just some Burris rings that I had. I don't really care that they're stainless on a blued gun. It breaks it up a little. They happen to be pretty shiny stainless too. And I like to put objective covers on all my scopes. I just like them. But anyway, here we go. So here's our chamber. There's our bullet. Very nice. Goes right in, comes right out, no problem. And it's dead flat, flush. Nice. Here we go. All right, we're gonna check these out, take them to the range next time we get some good weather. Don't know when that's gonna be because we're in the middle of January. You're watching this middle of February, so hopefully we can get out by the time you watch this, but if not, pretty soon. Weather will be breaking. Usually by the time we're through February, we're through the worst of it. And this video ought to be coming out in the second, right around Valentine's Day, I imagine. It's beginning of January as I'm filming it. All right, here we go. God bless everybody. CW out.